Why, hello there, Nice Dare here. I do hope this video finds you well. Thank you for tuning into the channel, and welcome to an unboxing video today. I'm going to be using... Yeah, that has a really stout detent. I just did an unboxing for this knife, in fact. This is a budget knife I got off of Amazon, the T-Rock something something. I don't even know if it has a name. It's an interesting one. It's definitely an interesting one. Let's get this open on the end here. I'm going to do it down this way because there's information that I don't necessarily care to show off. But as far as that T-Rock goes, it's pretty inexpensive. It's, like I said, it's like a 20-something, something dollar knife. And... yeah. Crane's cutlery, by the way. This is not quite as inexpensive of a knife. As soon as the Riot logo comes on, that should pretty much tell you that. Also, I think there's a... Speaking of this one, yeah, it looks like there's a detent ramp, so it doesn't necessarily get over very quickly. You kind of have to go a little bit low. But it's not bad what you do. Now let's get into the current unboxing. This is a knife that I never thought I'd check out. This is a style of a knife I don't particularly like. But it was interesting. It looks interesting. It's kind of cool. I figured I'd check it out. So this is the VK-Tron, I think it is. Yeah, VK-Tron, which is a Vulpex knife design. In, obviously, crystallized titanium, which is, of course, quite nice. But this is a non-locking knife, and I don't do non-locking knives, right? I think if you're going to carry something substantial enough, like, yeah, of course, the traditional slip joints is fine, but I've never really liked them. I figure if you can find other cutting implements, if you're going to carry something as dedicated as a knife, make it versatile enough and hard use enough that it can do a number of things that maybe are a little dangerous if you use a slip joint, potentially. I know that they're mostly safe and they've been used for centuries probably at this point, but I just prefer a locking piece. However, this is quite interesting. I think this is a copper inlaid, by the way, in the Vulpex. They do that on their knives. Now, this is a double detent. Feels like it needs to break in a little bit, but so I think it's adjustable, supposedly. Yeah, I guess it is. If you push this up a little bit, it gets slightly tighter. Okay, it's a lot tighter if you push it up all the way. But it does still give. I admit, I was kind of hoping, and I wish they had done a better job describing this. I was kind of hoping that if you fully engaged it, it would actually lock the knife out. Or at least kind of lock the knife out. It does not. Fully open, fully engaged. You can still get it to go, but it is very stiff. It's very tight. I don't feel like I'm going to have a problem, because, I mean, it's not going to close on me, but I do kind of wish it was an actual lockout kind of mechanism. It is cool, though. There's no doubt about that. As you can see straight through the pivot. Looks like they're using a big hex nut for the pivot, which is kind of nice. Or kind of different. Good looking pocket clip. It is, I mean, thin, relatively so, and very, very comfortable. I was kind of worried about this pocket clip, honestly, and its placement here, but if you go behind it, it's very comfortable. If you go up kind of on top of it, and you go forward a little bit, it's still quite comfortable. Not... Oh, okay, so you have to kind of go forward, up, really up to the blade. The push grip wasn't super comfortable, but that's not bad there. Yeah, this is the first knife I've ever had that is non-locking, and I'm not sure how I feel about it. That definitely helps. It does. It adds a little bit of sense of security, but very interesting. Very interesting design. I don't think I'm going to get into the non-locking knives, but this is a cool piece, I think. Sharpening choil and plunge grind actually could be considerably better. They definitely give you a sharpening choil, but the plunge grind, medium thickness, as it feels like. The plunge grind looks like it really doesn't stop until all the way out here. They really let that thing slowly slope down. Kind of wish they didn't do that. The natural tendency for Riot is to just slowly slope this plunge grind down almost to the edge of the blade, or the cutting edge. They need to work on that. Especially considering they're one of the premier foremost kind of... Oh, okay, that's interesting. So mid-turn here, you can't disengage that. Only in those two positions. Okay, that's nice to know. It doesn't lock it out. You can still kind of open it in the closed position if you have this thing fully engaged, but it's pretty hard. It's not going to do that naturally in your pocket. That's important. It's not just going to flop out. So that'll keep it safer in your pocket. And it's got like a interesting sound to it. I don't know if that's coming across, but it like, I don't know. Interesting. I don't know how I feel about it, but I'm going to do a review and everything on it. And I'll get back to you. It's also a decent size. Like, I know the specs and everything, but when you get something, sometimes it feels like it should be bigger, or you thought it was going to be bigger, and it just doesn't work. This is not bad. Not bad. I'm going to play around with this and end things here because I don't have anything else to say. So thanks for watching. What are your thoughts on non-locking knives, specifically and especially double detent? I'm particularly on the fence about those, but this does help give it some resistance, which is definitely something I like. But again, I would like another, maybe like a 2-stage switch where you switch here and then you push even a little further and it actually fully locks the knife in place. And it doesn't have to be like a strong lock, just something where you can't, do that. But cool and well made, as you'd expect from Riot. Just work on that stupid plunge grind. So that's it for me. Until next time, hopefully you'll come back. Hopefully I haven't driven you completely away. Hopefully you'll consider dropping a like and subscription to support a small channel, and I will greatly appreciate it. Either way, though, have a great day, and I hope to see you again.